What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my Steel Path viable build for Tenet Envoy, so if you want to see more content like this, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Please remember to hit that like button because it's really important for the algorithm. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell to be notified of all uploads and live streams, and don't forget to join me on Twitch. That link is in the description below. Let's get into the video. Alright, so Tenet Envoy was released during the Sisters of Parvos update, and it's one of the Sister Parvos weapons you can get along with stuff like Tenet Arcoplasma, Tenet Flux Rifle, Tenet Detron, and it's a really powerful weapon. Basically, think of it as Kuva Brahma, except in briefcase form, and that's what it is. So let's jump in, I give you my build, and we'll see how it does on the Steel Path. Now, a couple of things to note, I'm going to put this out every video, because I keep getting comments about it, and it's really starting to annoy me. So these builds are not meant to get you on Steel Path for level 9,999 enemies. This is not what these builds are for. These builds are Steel Path viable builds, meaning you can run these builds on the Steel Path, and mainly they consist of mods that a lot of people are going to own, because a lot of these builds that require you to get to level 9,999 have a bunch of either PC exclusive mods, or they are mods that are very difficult to come by. The mods I use typically aren't. Most people are going to have most of these mods. Stuff like the Galvanized mods, sure, they're expensive to level, but you'll have them eventually. So, now that I've pointed that, the way I'm also going to point out is where we go to Oxymoko in the Void, because Oxymoko has pretty much every enemy you're going to come across in the entire game. You're going to have Grenade, which are health only, Corpus, which are shields and health, and Heavy Gunners and stuff like that, which are heavy armor. So, you got a mix of everything. But now I've said that, let's get into, wait, no, okay, that was weird, we had a network issue, but okay. Alright, so Tenet Envoy, mine's level 36, not fully done, but it doesn't need to be. So we have Prime Firestorm for improve the blast radius of weapons with radial attacks. Mine isn't max rank yet, I'm still working on it, but even at this level, it is still fantastic to use. We have Hunter Munitions for 30% chance to apply Slash on criticals and 50% companion damage on enemies affected by Slash. We have Cryo Rounds for 90% cold. We have Galvanized Chamber for 80% multi-shot and on kill 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. We have Infected Clip for 90% toxin. We have Critical Delay for 200% critical chance, minus 20% fire rate. We have Vital Sense for 120% critical damage. And we have Malignant Force for 60% status chance. Now, I don't have a thing for this, do I? No, I don't, unfortunately. But if I had a Exilus weapon slot open, I would put Vigilante Supplies on to obviously boost those crits. I would put it on, but I do not have a primary thing right now, and I don't have enough platinum. So we'll jump in with what we got. You could also put Adhesive Blast as well, but I don't really recommend it for this weapon. Also, rocking the primary Merciless. Now, with my one, mine came with, I'm trying to remember what my base element was. It was heat. So I put heat on this thing, because heat is very good for getting rid of armor, along with corrosion. Now, the two ones I'm running are heat and viral. Viral is really good because of 1, that critical chance, high crits, and 2, because of Hunter Munitions. So the viral is going to work in combination with Hunter Munitions. So for those of you who don't know, viral does not do tons of damage by default, but what it does do is it works incredibly well with Slash. Now, of course, this weapon doesn't do Slash naturally, but what it will do is it will do Slash alongside Hunter Munitions, which is very good for the Steel Path because it's additive, not subtractive. So if you keep landing Hunter Munitions proc, they're going to stack, and anything with health is going to go poof, bye-bye, in seconds. That's what we're running that for. I would consider running Galvanized Aptitude, but the problem is I don't want to give up Prime Firestorm to do so. Prime Firestorm is fantastic. I don't know why I keep getting network errors. Prime Firestorm is fantastic. It increases that blast radius, so you just do a lot more explosion blowing up stuff. But now I've shown you the build, let's jump into a mission, I'll show you what we can do. Alright, so we're on Oxymoko. Now I'm running Atlas Prime, because Atlas Prime is of course, you know, immune to knockback, because this weapon has a ton of it. So I'd recommend using Prime Sure-Footed on your Warframe if you have it. But just like most weapons, once you build up the primary Merciless, it starts to go absolute ham. Now, one cool thing with Tenet Envoy that I've not yet mentioned is that if you aim and fire, you can actually guide the the little rockets it fires, which is pretty cool, you know, if you want to hit something very specifically like a boss. But for normal enemies, you typically don't want to do that because it just slows things down. So you just want to not aim when you're using this thing primarily. But you're going to see the Hunter Munitions procs coming quite frequently because of our high critical chance. We're pretty much always going to get criticals as well because of that reason. Like, you see them constantly. Most enemies are a 1 or a 2 shot, probably except heavy gunners. So with heavy gunners, you just want to keep firing at those until the Hunter Munitions procs kick in higher, and then boom, they get absolutely wrecked, which is very nice. Now, of course, with Prime Firestorm at maximum, the blast radius is going to be a lot higher than this. So I would recommend, like I said, using a mod like Prime Sure-Footed when you can get your hands on it. To get Prime Sure-Footed, the only way to get it is to log in for 400 days. But I'm sure there are people on the market that have got extra copies from somewhere else that they can then sell for you, although I don't know how much it goes for on the market because I've never tried to buy it, so... Because typically when I use this weapon, I do bring Atlas, just purely because of his anti-knockback. It just makes it so I don't have to worry too much. Another good thing with this weapon as well is you don't need to be too accurate. Because of Prime Firestorm, as long as you hit in the general direction of where you want to hit, you will more than likely hit whatever you're trying to hit. And as you can see, most normal enemies are a 1 or a 2 shot. The shielded enemies are normally a little bit of a 2 shot unless you hit the Hunter Munitions procs. I don't know what is going on with my network today. But basically this is it. You just fire and boom. It's kind of a self-explanatory weapon, to be honest. Now, of course, the heat is also going to kick in from time to time as well. Just remember that the Hunter Munitions procs, I believe, don't add to your primary merciless, so be careful of that. So try and finish them off with the weapon itself if you can, but if not, then, you know, the Hunter Munitions will still take them out. It's just I don't think it adds to your primary merciless. So always keep that in mind. There we go, Hunter Munitions has kicked in on that enemy, I think. Oh no, it hasn't, there we go. Now, of course, if you get into a situation like that where you have to go up an elevator, you are going to drop some of your merciless, but it's okay, because we can build it back up pretty quick with this weapon. Now, of course, if you want my Atlas Prime build, it's already on my channel. It's in the Warframe build guide playlist, so just look through there. You'll see all my build guides. I've done quite a few up to this point. I think this is my 17th or 18th build guide. So I've done quite a few, and I enjoy doing them. They're really fun to do. I do play Warframe a lot, so... What is going on with my network? Alright, so this is what I was talking about. So Hunter Munitions has kicked in, so if we keep firing at him quickly, they'll just keep stacking, and he is going to go down. We'll just stand there and wait for it. Oh, they stopped. Okay, fine. There we go. And boom. These guys, not really a problem. And because of Primary Merciless, you get a lot more... we gotta go up. With Primary Merciless, you also get a lot more ammo as well. So, you get like doubled ammo. It's ridiculous. Primary Merciless is too good. Hello? Thank you. Oh, what the... Apparently I can't bullet jump today. That's okay though. There we go. Thank you. I lost almost all my Primary Merciless because of that, but sure. I do not like this tile set. This tile set kind of sucks. Feels bad, man. And I had to go up there for one person. Like, really, dude? Feels so bad, man. Yeah, this tile set kind of blows. But you get the idea. Like, this weapon's pretty good. So, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please remember to hit that like button because it's really important for the algorithm. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell to be notified of all uploads and live streams. And don't forget to join me on Twitch. That link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time.